All right, what's going on, you guys? This is Coach Eric or Coach Eroo, as you might know me on Instagram and on YouTube. I want to go over a couple of, we did a little bit of open gym with some friends during the holiday break, and I actually played basketball in high school with two of these guys on the court here, and we had a couple things that happened, some good passing, some good movement, and I just wanted to share with you guys the things that I see, having played basketball for these many years, and experienced all these different movements and spacing and teamwork. I want to break things down a little bit so you guys can understand what exactly has happened. I'll be marking all over this page here so you guys can see. Okay, so let's check this out. I know not everybody had a chance to do this when they were younger. So again, if you guys do have videos that you want to share with me, I'm always happy to help break things down. Okay, let's go over. I'm just going to have play this little clip. Let's go. Okay, so what happened there? Well, first off, we got the ball, passed it to the wing, screened away, right? You notice right as we passed over here to the wing, I went to go screen away. The other wing also came over to screen inside as well, right? What happened from there? We had, forced some movements, forced some changes because as I moved back out, right, the ball was passed over to me. So that forced this guy to move around the screens, giving them a longer pathway, right? And so as I drive back in, hand it off to the guy, and over, I go replace this spot. He's up top. This guy, scooted over. So we still have good spacing in between all of us. Now the big man, Ryan over here, I played with him in high school. He goes to screen the guy up top. And what you'll notice here is that the guy up top gets caught in the screen and it forces a switch. Now, as soon as that happens, you've got a guard with his man behind him, and now you have the big man's person and player now having to switch over to the guard. So he's no longer, now what we have is a mismatch. We've got guard on big. Guard is usually going to be faster than the big, and we've got big on small, which big on small now needs to get down here in order to get better positioning. We want to get closer to the basket as soon as we have that mismatch. You'll notice, Luca does this often when he'll target some of the younger or the smaller guards, the point guards, just because of size, and it's looking for a mismatch or some sort of advantage in your positioning and in your size situation. So as soon as the ball, you notice Ryan automatically dives down because after that screen, he is actually now in front of his man. All right. But the angle to him, you've got one guy down here, you've got two people, that pass, and a third one right here. There's no pass right here. So the next open person was actually me, right? As he swings the ball over, you'll notice my first look is to see Ryan. Ryan did a great job. These are things that he's remembered. He's in front of his guy. So what does he do? He does his best to seal the man behind him. So you'll notice really in a moment his feet, right? His feet are set in a manner right now where they're going to keep the person behind him so he can go toward the basket. Now, the pass that I also pass, I want to point out there, I could have probably still bounced past this. This would have been fine. If you've got a defender right here, he's going to come up to me about right here. And then the defender behind Ryan, if you notice, where's all the green opening for Ryan is all down here. You see that? However, we do want to avoid, right? We want to lead him with the pass. There's a bounce pass here. And then obviously there was above this defender's hands or through his hands. We still got to be careful. There's still deflections that could mess up this play. right away, right? A quick pass right out of his hands, right out of his hands, right into Ryan's hands into and able to lead him, right? Look at that right there. Okay. Trying to get the ball in front right here is important because if he catches the ball over here, the defender can actually slide behind him. Caught the ball, up for 2 points, easy layup. Okay. All right. This next one. This next one was actually what I want to point out right now is Ryan and I both recognize that there's all this room back here right now. Okay. We haven't even talked about anything yet. We're just looking at each other going, okay, Ryan's got position. He's high, meaning that the defender is trying to front Ryan to try to prevent the pass from going in. But in doing so, without the help on the other side, there's actually a lob, an opening over this guy's head. So we want to make sure that the peak of the ball actually avoids, let me show you this right here, avoids his hands, right? You can think his arm's about this long. He's going to jump a little bit. So his arm's that long. He's going to jump a little bit. So I got to get it above that. This guy right here in red, his arm probably can go up about here. If he jumps, it's going to go up a little bit higher. Okay. So what that means is the pathway for this ball needs to get over them both. Okay. Let's see if you can see that right here. Okay. Right. Do you see that? The ball path that I took was right above that. What Ryan did right away was he took his man that was right here and he spun and he kept him on his back. Okay, let's look at that a little slower. Go back a little bit. Okay. So Ryan, first move, like as soon as I get the ball, you see that? As soon as the ball gets into my hands, Ryan automatically does a spin. Okay. You see how now red is in front and Ryan is behind the basketball or behind him with all this opening right here. This is all an opening right here as well. Okay. Other side defender is a lot too far over. He doesn't have time to recover on this. What else has happened here? As soon as that ball is passed over, you see where I traced the pathway, right? Pretty much exactly what I said. We kept the ball over both of their hands. And actually, you should imagine too, my target is to, let's use a different color here, is to drop the ball in over here, okay? The ball needs to drop in. So up and into his hands, right? So it leads him to go straight up, right? You don't want him to make extra turns. Now, here's, Ryan did kind of a ballerina move. He spun once, turned for it, jumped and spun again in the air. But do you see how the target for the ball, where I've drawn it, the spatial positioning of that has now gotten him the ball with the defender on his back with the basket right in front of Ryan. So now Ryan can just simply go up, right? And that's it. There's the 2 points. Really quick, let's play that one more time to show you guys. Right, as soon as I get the ball, notice. All right, that was pretty. Okay. Okay. This next one. Ryan's big man's getting the ball up top. I'm one of the guards. We're just waiting for the two guys to get down here to set up. As soon as the ball gets there, you see I've already moved up toward him, right? As soon as he gets the ball, I can move up toward him. I've caught the ball, and right away, there's two screens being set, 1 and 2, which forces my defender to go through here. So my first attack is to, give him a longer distance to go. If he's going to go around them, I'm going to go to the other side. And so I take that left lane. Okay. Immediately putting him on my back and drawing my big man's defender. So my big man's defender is now in front of me and he needs to stay in front of me. If he doesn't stay in front of me, I have an open lane. If he drops, I have an open guy out there, right? So there's always options. But if I keep coming down and he stays with me, What I want to point out here is that Ryan now has somebody on his back. There's a defender already on the back. That's what the screen did for us right there. So as I drive down, you notice as I drive down, his defender stays on me. And Ryan is cutting alongside, ready for the rebound as well if I did shoot the ball or go for the layup. But a bigger guy is more likely to block me. So if I do go up for that, that's a more challenging shot. Instead, I use my speed, get in front of him, and pass the ball backwards or drop the ball down for a catch and up, right? So watch this. As Ryan catches the ball up there, he immediately goes up. Look at that a little bit slower. So again, catch the ball, go to the left, right? Ryan's body acts kind of like a screen here still for blue, right? And as I lure that second defender, the big man's defender, out the corner of my eye, I already see Ryan coming back past along with me and drop the ball right into his hands. Now Mickey, who's actually also a coach, and he was also on the basketball team. He has rotated down, and he actually does a great job at attempting the swipe right here. He almost actually gets the ball from Ryan, almost. But it's just one step, I would say one step, a millisecond, not even very far, but a millisecond behind. That's why every little movement, every little second makes a difference in basketball. My bounce pass as well left the ball right in the shooting pocket for Ryan so he can go straight up here. And again, this was a really, really pretty play. Goes straight up. Let's see that one more time. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to try to do this year, it's always been something I wanted to do. I've continuously had more and more people ask me whether or not I can show this type of, this learning, this type of experience, this type, what I see on the basketball court is not always going to be the same as what you might see. Now, of course, even in here, there's going to be situations that you might want to show me or talk to me about. That's what I'm here for. The operator, if you take the E's and change them into threes, that's actually my Instagram tag, and you can go ahead and find me and chat with me on there about what you do in basketball, what you see. And I'm going to do my best to take old videos, what I consider good basketball, and try to explain the little intricacies and details behind them so that ultimately, situations like this we can take advantage of, and you can get more buckets. That's the way I look at it. Again, this is Coach Eric or Coach Eroo. I'm happy to talk about basketball and keep playing, keep getting buckets. We'll chat again soon. All right, have a good one.